Hello and welcome to day 5 in this January challenge, Living Embodied. Today is called Wild Self-Love, and I started with the title Self-Acceptance, and then I thought to myself, it's just not enough. I want us to work on cultivating an unapologetic sense of self-love. I want us to romance ourselves. I want us to be passionate and deep about this relationship with ourselves. So self-acceptance just seemed a little bit too weak. So that is the inspiration for this practice today. We are leading on from the practice from yesterday with more heart-opening poses, opening the chest, the shoulders, the neck, and cultivating a connection to our heart center, our heart chakra, which is where we can amplify and feel into these feelings of self-love. And in doing this, we can cultivate more love in general. We can actually just live in love, not in love with a person, but in love with life, in love with ourselves, in love with every moment. And this is possible when we tune in more often to our heart center and learn ways to actually show ourselves more love and acceptance and compassion, and do this no matter what. So today we will spend about 15 minutes together tuning in to what it feels like to really unconditionally, wildly love ourselves. This is about starting the romance with you. So take a moment to close your eyes, connect to your breath, and send the breath into your heart space, feeling your heart space expand. The energy expanding. Notice any sensations in the heart, any tightness, any holding in the shoulders, and see if you can soften and relax. And just say the words, I love you, inwardly to yourself. Notice how this feels. Notice any resistance. Notice if this feels weird or awkward. If it does, it's totally normal. So I want you to get used to making this uncomfortable feeling comfortable. So this is how we change our state of being. We recognize where the resistance is. We recognize how this might feel unusual or uncomfortable or cringy or weird. And we continue to do it. We continue to declare the love we have for ourselves. We continue to work on our internal self-talk, the way we talk to ourselves around others as well, the way we speak to ourselves when we look in the mirror, all of this stuff, the actions we take, the boundaries we set, the standards we have for our life, it's all contributing to this relationship we have with ourselves. So it's small things. And eventually, this will lead to more of a romantic relationship with yourself, where you naturally say these things, do these things, take these actions, and it no longer feels weird. It's your new baseline. That's what I want for you. And this is just a starting point today. So take one more of those big breaths in, feeling the love for yourself. Say, I love you one more time. Notice resistance if there is any. Soften your shoulders, soften your face, soften your heart space. Beautiful. Blink open your eyes, make your way into tabletop. We're going to start here with some cat-cows. Working the spine, but also sending energy into the heart. So the energy starts at the base of the spine. I want you to think about it starting at the base of the spine, traveling along the spine and into your chest as you shine that energy forward. And then exhale and round from the base of the spine once more into your heart. Continue this movement. Feel the energy moving along the spine, into your heart space, Once more along the spine, really lifting up here, belly to the spine, chin to the chest. Continue this movement, keep that awareness on how the energy travels. And this practice is an intention. It's an intention to cultivate more love, more loving actions, more loving thoughts, better boundaries, standards, maybe going after something that you desire, deciding that you're worth it. It's just where we start to create this baseline for more love for ourselves, more love for our life. Beautiful. From here, reach your right fingertips up, open your heart. You can think about gathering up this energy in your heart space. As you reach your right fingers up, exhale and release. Inhale your left arm up, gather up that energy. Open your left shoulder, loop it back away from the ear. And exhale to release. Going into puppy pose, so reach your hands forward, hips align with the knees. Press into the tops of the feet and the shins and melt your heart towards the ground. You can stay here on your forehead or come onto your chin for a deeper stretch in the chest. Continue to melt your heart down. Also, keep pressing into the tops of the feet to create this stability. Hips are lifting up. Belly to your spine. Focus on the breath. Okay, look to the top of your mat. I want you to connect to your center. We're going to use that connection to move forward with control. Shoulders align over the elbows and we drop the hips down. You might slide the knees back slightly, coming into Sphinx. Draw the floor towards you. So feel this sensation of pulling the floor towards you. Just check your alignment, elbows under shoulders or slightly further forward so you can open through your chest. Draw your shoulders away from your ears and also broaden through the chest and your upper back. Slight lift of your belly in towards your spine. Breathing in love. And even this practice now, these 15-20 minutes, is a declaration of your worthiness, taking this time out for yourself, this me time, this moment to connect inward. It's saying to yourself, to the world around you, that you are deserving and worthy. Perfect. From here, bring your right hand over to the left hand side. Keep this alignment, right shoulder, right elbow. We're going to twist to the left. So left hand can rest near your left hip. Loop your left shoulder back. Find length in your spine as you twist and try not to roll the left hip up. And another thing to think about is not collapsing through the right shoulder. So create space in the right shoulder. Breathe. Perfect. One more. Exhale and release. Swap sides. So align left shoulder and elbow, right fingertips to right hip this time. Twist to the right. Create space in the left shoulder. Loop the right shoulder back. Keep your right hip down. Focus on your breath. Perfect. Breathe in. Breathe out and release. Amazing. From here, hands are going to come slightly further back for Cobra. So you can take them a bit further forward if you need to, depending on how your spine is feeling. So just feel it out. And then we're going to press up, but we're going to use the muscles in our back, in our core, rather than just pressing with the hands. The hands are here for support. Come up and then lift your knees, thighs and shins away from the ground. Draw your shoulders away from the ears, send your head back. Exhale into downward dog, tuck the toes and the hips up and back. Inhale. And exhale your right foot forward, step between the hands, drop your back knee down. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, open to the left. Inhale, reach your right fingers back. Exhale, bring your hands onto the inside of your right foot. Walk your right foot out. Slide your left knee back, coming into lizard lunge. You can just stay here on the palms if you want to ease down onto a block, or the forearms to the earth. I'm going to stay here on the palms today. Depending on how tight you're feeling in the hips, you might be able to ease down a little bit lower, but we don't want to be rounding through the spine. It's really important to try and keep this opening and this lengthening. We don't want to end up hunched up. So it's really not about getting the forearms to the ground. Some days you might be able to, some days I can. Today is not one of those days, and that's fine. Thinking about always having space in the heart. So if you're like this and you're hunched up, your heart is closed, your chest is scrunched up. I want you to think about keeping it open. Beautiful. Reach your right fingers up as you breathe in. Exhale, right hand either rests on your left hip or reaches back for your left foot. Keep your heart open once more. We're not collapsing down, we're twisting the heart open to the right. Exhale and release. Step it back into downward facing dog. Beautiful. Breathe in. Exhale the left foot forward this time. Step between the hands. Drop the back knee. Inhale your arms up. Exhale and twist to the right. Reach your right fingers back. Left fingers forward. Inhale. Reach back. Exhale, hands come onto the inside of your left foot. Walk your left foot out a little bit wider. Slide your right knee back. Feel into this side. Maybe it's a little bit different. See if you can ease down, but remember not to compromise the spine and focus on keeping your heart open. So we're kind of melting down from the hips and the belly first, rather than just trying to come down with the arms. Breathe. Inhale your left arm up. Exhale onto your right hip or reach back for your right foot. Chest opens, left shoulder loops back. Exhale and release, send it back downward facing dog, holding for 3 breaths. 1, breath 3. On the exhale, I want you to slowly lower the knees with control. Send it back into child's pose. Find a moment here of stillness. Notice how you feel. Slowly walk your hands in and stack your spine one at a time, one vertebrae at a time, to come up. Beautiful. Take your hands behind you, interlace your fingers, open your heart. So draw your shoulder blades together, maybe press your palms together if you can. Breathe. If you're able to, press your hands up a little bit higher. Well done. Take one more deep breath in. And then exhale, soften the arms and release. Round through the spine, chin to chest. Amazing. I'm going to take a seat to end this practice. Just take a moment of appreciation for ourselves in this moment. So you can appreciate yourself for being here today, appreciate yourself for something that's happened today, something you've achieved this week, maybe even just appreciating a quality that you have, a skill. Maybe you are generous, you are kind, maybe you want to appreciate something physical about yourself. So self-love can be cultivated in so many different ways. So I want you to think about yourself as the love of your life. How would you speak to the love of your life? How would you treat them? If you had this passionate relationship that just created so much heart opening and just made you want to shower this person with compliments, with love, with just give them the world. This person is you. What would you say to them in this moment? How would you appreciate them? What kind of a life would you want for them? Just take a moment to contemplate these things, appreciate yourself, say thank you 3 times, followed by your name. How often do we actually say thank you directly to ourselves? This moment here is a declaration that from this moment on you will love yourself wildly, romantically, unconditionally. Bring your hands to your heart. Breathe in. Breathe out, bow your head. Namaste.